I need the tripod, but I want to get this down. I'm talking about the ashram, the principle of an ashram. An ashram is there's a teacher. He's called the guru. There is there are students. They're called sishya, and there may or may not be religious teachings, but there are teachings. So that is the difference between, say, a temple and an ashram. All right. Now, an ashram is a place of peace by definition. There are no soldiers in an ashram. An ashram can be likened to a monastery. That's, I guess, a way to do it. But it's not like a monastery because there isn't a Brahmin or a god or a cardinal or a marching your way up to some figurehead god. None of that. So there are ancient examples of ashrams. The way you see, you made me say it your way. I'm MT Karthik, I'm an American, and part of my duty apparently is to translate. So the problem with translating is that all Hindus complain, no matter what you say, that it's wrong, because there's 1.2 billion of us. So even if you study at the knee of a Hindu, as I have, and that Hindu is extremely devout, as he was, it doesn't matter unless you're a member of a temple to any of those Hindus who lack the intellect to understand what Hinduism really is, or what thought is, or what Brahman or Atman is, or what anything is, really. So to be an independent thinker and to have an ashram means to be a guru who has gone off by himself to think and then sets up and he's thinking, and then people come to him. In ancient times, it would be they would know he was the wise dude at the edge of town, and maybe the parents would go take a kid there and say, will you teach our son? He's a useless. Or, hey, take this kid. He wants to learn, or whatever. They're intellectually high in caste and culture. So an example of a high-ranking one of those would be Chanakya, right? The author of the Arthashastra, who comes down from the mountains because he hears about this Greek guy coming marching across the mountains and conquering nation after nation, Alexander the Great. They call him here, we call him Alexander the Greek. So he goes down from his ashram to the king and says, hi, I'm the smartest guy in the place. I hear there's this nonsense going on. I'm going to tell you how to stop this fellow. And teaches the Chandraguptas, right? Then goes back to the ashram. So the guru dies in the ashram, sometimes surrounded by students, sometimes not. The principle of the guru in an ashram is like the teachings of the Buddha, right? He's constantly, for decades, just away from humanity. And then he sits under, and people come to hear from him, and so he just talks and teaches. There's very little about it that should be, what's the term for that? Ornate. An ashram is simple. An ashram relates to nature. An ashram is a place for teaching. It's a place for students. It is a place for intellectuals. And it is ancient. It is 10 times older than this country I'm standing in that I'm a member of as an American.